What is going on, trash talkers? We have to have a very candid discussion about one of the NBA's top players from this year's draft. I believe that Anthony Edwards is going to resemble what we call a bust. I think that Anthony Edwards is on a trajectory similar to that of possibly Andrew Wiggins or somebody that has been overhyped to the extent in which we believe that they are going to be transcendent, that they are going to help their franchise go past expectations. And I believe right now we have to have that discussion as to what the realistic expectations should be for Anthony Edwards and how he can contribute to this Minnesota Timberwolves team. With that being said, I want to just take a look at some of his highlights from this preseason, look at what he has done in college basketball, and take them all together and see exactly what we should be expecting from him in the NBA. So if you look at some of his stats from the preseason, he had 17 points, 15 points, and 12 points. Not great showings. He shot about 35% from the field, and then from 3-point land he had about 30 to 40%, which is decent, but again, his ability as a number one scorer should be able to take command of the offense, and his ability to essentially take ownership of the team's trajectory on both sides of the ball. And Nick, I'm going to hand it over to you for a little bit, but I just don't see number one potential out of Anthony Edwards.
No, this is a tough spot for the Timberwolves, right? If we go back to the draft, there really weren't any players available that could really fit what they were doing. You already have D'Angelo Russell and you have Karl Anthony Towns. So you're looking for a guy in the middle who can fit the scheme that they're running. And the best available was Anthony Edwards. And he wasn't the ideal fit. They were trying to figure out if somebody else could work, maybe LaMelo Ball, but there really wasn't anybody. And I think exactly what happened with Andrew Wiggins, you're finding here, where Anthony Edwards, he's a playmaker. He can make some great shots, but he also can get careless at times. And I think that could be a big detriment to the team that is trying to build up at the moment. I don't think they can really take the time right now to try and groom a guy when they already have two bona fide stars in D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns. You're just going to steal focus away from what they're trying to do right now. And I think Anthony Edwards is going to get lost in the mix, and he's going to have to fend for himself, try to figure this out by himself, because he is not the main focus on this team when he needs to be.
Right. And I believe that, you know, I mentioned Andrew Wiggins, and a lot of people have made this comparison, but it's true.
It is.
Andrew Wiggins, also a Canadian-born superstar, projected superstar coming into the league. The Cavaliers selected him with the first overall pick. They trade him to the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Kevin Love trade, and then he kind of flounders in Minnesota and now ends up with Golden State. Now, Andrew Wiggins is starting to find his footing with Golden State, but it's hard not to when you're surrounded by players like Klay Thompson and Steph Curry and Draymond Green, and you have incredible coaching staff there. Even though some of those players weren't playing, they're still around. They're still giving you tips and working on your ability to perform as a ball player. I believe that Anthony Edwards is in a very rough situation right now because of the fact that he doesn't have somebody that is going to be able to take him under his wing. They're not going to look at him as the bona fide scorer or somebody that's going to have to take on the need to hold the offense up on his shoulders. And then defensively, I don't think he's going to have what it takes to lock down some of the top players in the Western Conference. I mean, you're talking about Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. You're going to have to throw him on one of these guys, and he's going to get exposed defensively. There is not a lot this guy is going to be able to do. And as a number one overall pick, it hurts me to say it because I want to see everybody succeed, but I just don't see him being worth the number one overall selection, especially for where Minnesota is and where they're trying to go.
Yeah, and one thing we need to look at is the position he plays. He's a 2-3 where he's kind of undersized. He has the height, but he really doesn't have the build to be able to compete defensively with some of these guys. I mean, you see how hard LeBron and Kawhi run into the paint with the amount of power. And you see Jason Tatum trying to mimic that, but again, he is lacking the size. And Anthony Edwards is right around Jason Tatum, where he's a lean build. He's not going to be able to get that physicality up to where it needs to be able to like, play against the other top talent in the Western Conference.
Right. And, just to differentiate him from Jason Tatum, Tatum has worked on his shot outside of the arc and his ability to score in different ways while also getting to the rim using his shiftiness and his ability to work on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, they know what they have in Jason Tatum in Boston. And that's why they have Jaylen Brown locking down those players. They don't have that in Minnesota. Anthony Edwards is going to be asked to do everything that a number one overall pick is asked to do, and I don't think he's going to be able to succeed in that role. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in for this candid conversation. For more information, for more news, and more analysis and breakdown for all the NBA stars and draft picks, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We truly appreciate everybody who has come out and shown support over the last few weeks. Over 90% of you are still not subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe to our channel. Help us grow. We want to be able to create this content for you every single day. We need to be able to, see the support that you guys give us so that we can do this all the time. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a great holiday, and we'll check back with you next year.